Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I was making some new ephemera. I haven't made this in a long time and I can't even remember where I saw it. I keep kind of a drawer of things that I decide to make, but unfortunately on this one I did not write the person's name down. I usually write the person's name down, the channel, so I have that, so I will go back and see if I can find it. But it's going to use up some playing cards. I have a ton of them. So you're going to need some playing cards. Or you can use any kind of card, actually. I mean, you can even use these little journaling cards. You can use game cards, like Monopoly cards. Any kind of cards that you want to. You can make them any size. I mean, it's really easy. And this is what we're going to make. So this is one that I made this morning. One of the ones I made this morning, should I say. And it's made with a couple of playing cards. Okay. You can fasten it with a little clip, a paper clip, some seam binding, anything that you want. And they're just little ephemera that you can stick into a pocket, or you could even glue the back down if you didn't want to, show this. But anyway, what it is a hidden journaling space. So it opens up like this. Okay, so it's just an accordion. And then it folds down. So you have all that journaling space in there. Or you can put pictures or anything you want inside there. And then it just folds back up. You got a cute little thing. So anyway, I just love these things. I want to say it's Le Cafe Craft, but I am not 100% positive. Don't quote me on that, but I will try to find it. So you're going to need some paper, and depending on the card size, you're going to have to adapt your paper. But I have this paper that I bought from Amazon, and I have a ton of it, so I decided I would try to use some of this up. Still trying to use up my stash. So you're going to need some kind of paper. Let me get these out of the way. So I made this. Oh, let me show you the other one I made. I made this one out of journaling cards, and it's the same. It's the same concept. Just, you can just open it up, and you got a hidden journaling spot. And then it just folds right back up and hides. I just love it. I think it's adorable. So anyway, so there's one there, and I have a few other ones. But anyway, let's make one. So I have some little miniature playing cards I've had forever. Like I said, I have quite a collection. I used to think I had to have every card. These are a couple of Norman Rockwell, just little cards you can buy. I used to sell these in my shop. Here's a couple of really old playing cards, and I just love the design on these. Okay, why are you doing that? Let me check this. Oh, it came off. Hang on a second. Sorry about that, guys. It's probably been bobbling all over the place. Anyway, so I have these little cards. I have these little playing cards. I thought they were adorable. And then I have these. So, anyway. And I just have this down because I'll ink on this. I won't make you guys watch me do all the inking. So anyway, you start off with a piece of paper. You decide which set you're going to use. And so let's just, for instance, let's say these lovely ladies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up, and I'm going to measure this card. This is just how I do it. You don't have to measure. I don't like to measure. But this seems to be easier. So this card is 2 1/4 wide, and it's like 3 1/2 long. So I'm going to make it 2 1/4 wide, and I'm going to make it 3 1/4 instead of 3 1/2. So you're just going to take your piece of paper, and you're just going to fold it in half like this. And whatever paper you decide to use, you have to have it has to have 5 places. You have to fold it 5 ways for it to work like this. So you got one on the front and one on the back. Okay, so I know that for a fact. So what's been working for me is I'm just taking my scoreboard, and I'm going to have to shine the light. Sorry guys, I can't see those numbers. And I'm just going to score this at 2 1/4. And then that's going to be, right, 2 1/4 be 4 1/4. Okay, count this morning. And then 6 1/4. So that's how I'm going to start. And that looks way too skinny. But it's not. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start just, whoa. I'm just going to fold it just to get those out of the way. So I can put it back in. Because I didn't want to get my big one out. I was being lazy. So again, we're going to go to 2 1/4 and 4 1/4, and I'm going to go ahead and do this 6 1/4 even though I don't need to. I'm going to cut that off. And then your height, like I said, I'm going to do 3 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a mark here so I know where to cut. I hope I'm not confusing anybody. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that down. I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to fold it up. Let me grab my bone folder. Oh, goodness. Let me straighten it up since I made it crooked. Hope everybody's doing well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gosh, I can't even count. So I'm going to cut this off right here. And that was crooked. I couldn't cut a straight line if my life depended on it. And then that little mark right there. So I'm going to cut it down to, I guess I didn't even need to make that, did I? 3 1/4. Take that off. And you have your 1 and you have 2. And now all you got to do is glue it together. Is that not fabulous? So I'm going to ink around the edges. We'll make one, and then the next one I won't make you watch me ink, because I know that's boring. So excited! Going to Stillwater tomorrow to spend some time with my kids and look at their new house. I'm just thrilled. I'm going to go help my daughter-in-law unpack and spend some time with them. So I'm excited. Oops, I don't know why I closed that. Ink this up real quick. And I just ink the edges. I don't ink the creases, and you certainly can. But I just thought if it was writing space, they may not want, you know, brown lines right in the middle of their paper. So, ink this up. Alright, done. Alright, so now we can glue it all together. Now, I'm using art glitter glue. The easiest way I found to do it is to actually put it on the paper. You want to make sure your opening is at the top. And as you can see, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to put the glue here on the paper because the card is going to be a little bit larger because you want to hide it. So then you're going to line that up. So it's hidden in there. Like that. And I mean, you can continue to decorate these. I'm making mine kind of plain just because I don't know what journal I'm going to put them in. Oh, where'd my card go? How did I just lose a card? Oh my goodness, where'd she go? Here she is. Oh my goodness, that was just crazy. Alright, opening at the top. Stick this on. Line it all up. And there you go. Again, how fabulous is this? I just love it. Like I said, you could put some seam binding around it or just anything you wanted. I'm going to use, I got some little clips out that I thought I'd use. So maybe, ooh, that's tight. Anyway, here we go. Simple as that, guys. Isn't that fabulous? So easy to make. My goodness, you could make a ton of these in a very, very short period of time. All right, let's make another one. So again, you fold it in half. Let's do a different side. Oh, let's do one of these little ones. Let's do these. All right. So these are 1.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and do, and I like to score mine first. You can cut it down first to begin with, whatever you want. But since they are 1.5 inches, I'm going to do 1.25 inches. Is that going to be right? Going to be a little bit shorter. Maybe I'll do just a little bit bigger, like just over 1.25 inches. I'm going to use near the paper in this one because it's so much smaller. But how fun are these going to be? They're so cute. We got 1, 2, 3. We need a couple more. Oh, I'm so excited about tomorrow. It can't come fast enough. Alright, we need one more. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and cut this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we're going to cut this right there. Get rid of that big old piece. And then, what did I say they were? 2.5. So we're going to cut it just over 2.25 because there's 2.5. We're going to back it up 1 notch there. Alright. Alright, so then we're going to concertina it. Oops, I cut it too short. There's my line. I just thought I saw it. And I think that's too big too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it is. My goodness, I can't cut straight. I can't. I think I'm too excited about seeing my kids. Alright, so now you see it's going to fit in there perfect. How adorable. Alright, let's ink this up. I was just thinking, those little hooks I've got, either one of them, you could hang a little dangle off of it. How cute would that be? Maybe we'll do that on one, if I can find my stuff real quick. Whoops. Like I said, I've only been inking the outside too. You can ink it on the inside. You can use different colored ink. I'm just using vintage photo because most of my cards are vintage and they have that kind of brown color. Okay. Get your opening to the top. Put your glue on. Line it up. Make sure it's all hidden in there. To the back. My goodness, see? Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, I just love these. There you go. Oh, I didn't get that very straight, did I? There we go. Put your little clip on. That is just too cute. I was trying to decide a gift to take down to my kids for a housewarming, and when I was talking to her, you know, kind of about, you know, do you need anything? Are you looking for anything that you don't have for the new house? You know, I want to get you a gift. And she's like, well, you've already made us our canvases. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but is there anything else? And she was like, no, I think we're good. I don't think we really need anything until I unpack and I start decorating and kind of see. And I get that, because you may not know what you want at this point or how you're even going to decorate. So those are going to be 2 by 3 1/4. So anyway, so I got him a bottle of champagne and a couple of crystal glasses. And then I did their canvases. I don't know why. I guess it's just the mom in me. I just feel like it's not enough. I know it's plenty. I'm just thinking, what else can I do for them? What else can I do for them? But I guess helping them unpack is something as well. Now these are 2 inches, or 2 1/4, so I'm going to make these at 2. There we go. All right. Oops, where'd that crease go? 1, 2, 3. Did it not? I didn't crease it good enough, I guess. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, cut this piece off. I looked all over my room to try to find my little mini guillotine cutter, and evidently I have buried it somewhere in this room and cannot find it. So what do we say? So 3 1/4 again. Then I'm going to keep all those scraps. Those are going to make great little scrap pieces. I love this paper. It was really reasonable too. I buy a lot of, because I'm just been too lazy to get in there and coffee dye paper. Although I keep putting it off, but I'm going to have to do it because I'm almost out completely. And I like my coffee dyed paper. But when I do it, I can't do just a little. I figure if I'm going to go to all that trouble to put it in the oven and, you know, get all the pans out and switch the sheets to make the little designs, get the lace out, you know, coffee dye fabric. Oh, I'm just going to do it all in one day. So So I end up spending a whole day coffee dyeing. And maybe that's why I hate it. Maybe that's the problem. Alright, opening to the top. Put your concertina back in. Where'd it go? Is this it? Yeah. Is that right? Yep. So I just put it off. So I think it's probably going to have to be a winter. Then I don't mind. It's too hot right now to do it for sure. Especially here in Oklahoma. It is brutal here. It cooled off a little bit. They forecasted we were going to get all this rain. And it sprinkled just a bit off and on Saturday and most of the day yesterday. And cooled us off into the 70s and 80s. But today it's back up in the 90s. So it didn't last long. But there you go. There's another one. Oh, they're just so cute. So anyway, oh, let's make a couple with this the little vintage cards. Aren't they adorable? Forget what deck these came out of. I did have a whole deck of these, and I've still got several. But I sold them in my sale. But since I haven't really been able to get out and do any antiquing or garage selling or any, thrift store, I haven't been able to get any new. So I thought, well, I don't need to buy any new anyway. Alright, so these are 1.5 inches wide. And they're just a little over 2 1/4 high. So we'll do 1 1/4 by 2 1/4. In fact, let's use a piece of coffee paper. I like this with that old stuff. Alright, so I'm going to fold that. And we're going to do, what did I say? See, I've already forgotten. 1 1/4. Let's see, is that right? God, it looks small. Needs to be a little bit bigger than that, actually. Alright, so let's flip it over. Let's do 1 1.5 inches, maybe? Yeah, that's better. No? Oh, goodness, isn't this terrible? Yeah, 1.5 inches. Alright, we'll go back one notch back. Trying to remember what I'm doing, guys. I'm too excited about seeing my kids, I guess. My goodness, I can't keep my brain straight. Alright. Let's cut this off. How tall do we, how tall do we need them? We need them at 2 1/4. Alright. Oh, and thank you guys so much for all the wonderful, I wanted to say this earlier, thank you so much for all the wonderful comments on the canvases that I did. I just posted some pictures on Facebook, and I had the most wonderful comments. I appreciate it so much. It means a lot. I'm still learning mixed media, but I let them pick out the colors that they wanted and the themes that they wanted. So I think they turned out pretty good. And I didn't frame them because I didn't know what kind of frame they wanted. So they're just flat board canvas is what they are. Okay, opening to the top. If you don't do the opening to the top, you'll know pretty quick. Because I've done it. You won't believe how many I messed up. Gluing them upside down, gluing them backwards. And that's how I learned very quickly to concertina them first, because I wasn't at first. And yeah, I learned really quick that that helps make it a lot easier very quickly. Alright, so here we go. Did I do it right? I did! There we go. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. I still have a ton of stuff to do to get ready to go get my kids, go see my kids. I just wanted to share this while I had some time crafting. Like I said, any kind of card that you want, game piece, game cards. Something I thought would be really cute is to use Monopoly cards, like the property, because they're square. I thought those would be really cute. And of course, the get out of jail free, community chest, and chance and all that. Those would be great cards to use if you had no game. Just any card. Cut a postcard in half and use half on one side, half on the other. There's just tons of ideas. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. You guys have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.